Hello guys, welcome back to another video and sad news. This is my last video of 2020 before we move into 1985 part 2. Yeah, that's right. I've received an electronic email from the government stating that we won't be going into 2021 anymore. We'll be going into 1985 part 2. Now see, I wanted to look back at the original 1985 to see what we're going into and look at some of the games that came out back then. I was going to get the mini NES or even the original one, but I had a tight budget of £1, so I decided to go for the next best thing. Here it is. Yeah, that's right, I'm a respected citizen. I bought this. The box on this system claims it can play 620 games, which would mean almost every single NES game that was ever made. The system feels like cheap plastic and easily breakable. Great, guess I can't rely on it to carry my luggage to the airport. It comes with 2 controllers. The A and B buttons are more pushed out than on the ones on the real NES controller, and above them you can feel where 2 extra buttons would be placed on some models of this console. There is also an instruction manual which tells you all the games on the system. Oops, I already lost it, that was small. Turns out there isn't 620 games on here. Big reveal, I know. The same 50 games are just copy and pasted over and over again to make it look like that. And look at this title screen, it looks like it was made on Scratch. At first glance, there seems to be a lot of missed NES classic titles, like Zelda, Mario 2 and 3, as well as Dr. Mario. However, there are also a lot of classic titles like Mario 1, Excitebike, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, and a lot more arcade ports. There's also a lot of this. Now, let's play one of the most iconic games of all time. Elevator Action. That's not it? Are you sure? I mean Super Mario Brothers. And what is up with that title screen? Apart from that, the game is actually fairly playable. The textures are very fuzzy and glitchy, but it works fine enough. Here's where I think the console's main strength is shown. This system is best for casual players, who may just want to play these classic games without spending tons of money on a fancy new classic NES system. Yeah, the graphics may be bad, but most casuals wouldn't really care about that and just want to play the games. To get so many classic games for such a cheap price is a great deal. However, with this purchase you're also getting a lot of weird stuff too. First Defender is a terrible Space Invaders clone that looks like it was made on the Atari 2600. The real version of Space Invaders is already on here, so it was only put on here to boost up the console number. Tank A 1990. That's not the year we're here to discuss. For some reason there's also 3 games on here titled Mario 10, 12 and 14. 10 is a weird Kung Fu Mario game called Super Bros Kung Fu Mari, which is a hack of a Japanese Famicom game. 12 is literally just the NES game Yoshi's Cookie, and 14 is a weird Mario hack game, actually called Super Mario 14 this time. The game has switched all the enemies to be Mario enemies, and coins and other Mario items are added. This game is rather impressive for what they've done, but some elements like the jump and enemy speed are really crappy feeling. Hang on, what's going on? Another weird game on here is the version of Street Fighter. If you play against a computer, it's nearly impossible to win. I'm no professional at the game, but you can't even get a hit on this guy. What if it's so hard because the system's actually alive? No! Bruce Lee 2 is another weird game about everyone's favourite fighter. You're on a train and for some reason all the enemies come from behind you, which means you have to keep backtracking. The game is really weird, but probably one of the best random ones on here because it's actually quite fun. I know how to beat this thing with good games. I killed the NES and decided to just play the games on Switch. It's a shame I didn't get to play them on an NES, especially because it's just about to be 1985 Part 2, look! Hang on a minute, what's this? Sorry pal, but we're rescheduling 1985 Part 2 to next year. For now it'll be 2021. Damn it!